talking about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It's gone. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalt, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Phillies postgame show. The Phillies win the series against the Miami Marlins. And no better than to have a Miami Marlins fan himself to politely dunk on as the Phillies get a pretty dominant 8-2 win, 7 runs in the first 2 innings, and that's a series win for the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, we'll start with the exponential. Your perspective on this game.
Okay, Jesse, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I'm really disappointed. We've been so good in the month of June. I mean, anybody who's been watching the Marlins over the last couple weeks would know that this team's not actually that bad. We've been okay for the first little bit now. I mean, 10-3 coming into this one. Now, 10-4 obviously, but we've been solid. We've been doing our work, putting in some solid games. Our relievers have been incredible. The bullpen's been super solid. And then Clayton McCullough comes up with the masterpiece that was today's lineup, where we somehow managed to put together one of the worst batting orders I've seen. I mean, we're so top heavy. I mean, you guys don't know Marlins as well as I do, but Xavier Edwards, Otto Lopez, and Liam Hicks are our 3 best hitters, and they're 1, 2, and 3. Like, let's spread them out just a bit so that maybe the bottom of our lineup can get some hits instead of, in the middle there. There's a guy named Leo Jimenez. I don't know if you guys know of him. I think he was a Guardian once. I don't know how he still has a job. I mean, this guy's horrible. I don't even understand it. He can play absolutely the worst baseball you'll ever see, and Clayton McCullough will go, that guy's going to hit a home run today. I'm putting him back in the lineup. I think this guy is more...
He can't be so bad forever. Eventually, he's going to hit a home run.
Eventually?
Yeah.
He hasn't yet. He had a double earlier. It was really funny because I was yelling at the TV. I'm like, this guy's horrible. This guy, I'm like, he's going to strike out here. Proceeds to hit a double. I'm like, okay, I had that one coming. But just in general, this game just didn't work out for the Marlins, mostly because of Tyler Phillips. This guy, he's a reliever. He really is. It's another one. The Marlins have had a lot of fully reliever pitched games recently because Yuri Perez is injured. Jansen Junk is injured. Robbie Snelling's injured. Braxton Garrett's bad. So we just have relievers pitching almost every game. It's Sandy Alcantara, Max Mayer, and then there's 3 games that are pitched fully by relievers in the full rotation. And this one's just not doing it for me. Tyler Phillips, he had a solid start his last start. But this one is just, it was ugly, and he needed to not go 4 innings. He played like a reliever. I'll give you that. He could have gone 1 inning, and then they should have swapped him out. Because if you look at the rest of the stats, there's Tyler Phillips and all 8 of the runs he gave up, and then the other 3 pitchers, no hits on any of them. I'm like, oh, okay. Thanks, Clayton McCullough, for not taking him out of the game earlier. I mean, this is a pretty consistent thing, fellas. I mean, earlier in the season, there were Marlins fans who were complaining about Clayton McCullough, saying that he AI generated lineups just because of how little care is put into them on a game-wide basis. I mean, they put in the lineups come out, and Marlins fans are immediately like, "Where's our hottest hitter?" There was a stretch at the beginning of the season where Liam Hicks was hitting 2 home runs a game at the very beginning of the season, and he sat 4 consecutive games on the bench after that. And we're like, where's Liam Hicks? What's going on? And meanwhile, on this game, the big name that was missing was Owen Casey. Owen Casey had a great series against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. And now we come into Philadelphia. Where's Owen Casey? All I hear is the whisper of the wind and where he once was. But we got nothing. I mean, sometimes Clayton McCullough, it just feels like he doesn't care about the result of the game. And that really frustrates me as a Marlins fan. I think that frustrates a lot of Marlins fans. You know, my passion is to make Marlins fun again, but Clayton McCullough sure doesn't make it easy because, I mean, it's really bad at just not playing the right people. The lineups, I see the lineups. I'm like, maybe we can win, but that's not what you should be saying. Like, I look at the Phillies lineups and I go, one of these guys is going to hit a home run, probably Kyle Schwarber. But that's enough for me. When I look at the Marlins lineup, I'm like, none of these guys are hitting a home run. Maybe if they're having a good day, but at this point, we don't know what to expect. We're 500. We have massive losing streaks. We have massive winning streaks. It's about all there is to it. Rest of June's really tough sledding from here. So we'll see how the Marlins rebound from this series.
What I will say about this Marlins team is, as bad as McCullough is at lineup construction, before this series, the Miami Marlins were 36-36 with 310 runs scored, 310 runs allowed, and a team OPS of a staggering 100, which is the definition of league average. This team is incredibly mid, and I think that exceeds expectations in some way. To win as many games as you lose with, 1, not great of a roster, and 2, not great of a manager, that's pretty impressive. If you ask me, I got to give the Marlins a little bit of credit here.
Yeah, I mean, you're right there. I mean, it is better than I expected. I'm happy about it. We've had couple of hot streaks, but when you look a little deeper into the individual efforts from players, you look at the Marlins record and you go, what on earth have they been doing? Because Xavier Edwards, I think it's Xavier Edwards, who's got like the highest batting average in the MLB right now.
I have him in one of my fantasy leagues. I totally believe that. He's been killing.
Yeah.
He could be an all-star. He could be an all-star. If Bryce Terang cools off, he could be an all-star.
Definitely. I mean, I think there's right now on the Marlins, there's 3 all-stars, potentially 4, individual performance-wise. Because Otto Lopez and Xavier Edwards have been absolutely amazing. Max Meyer doesn't have a loss. This is stunning to me. He hasn't lost. He outpitched Paul Skeens by a fair game. Like, he outpitched him, and it looked easy. Like, he just totally outpitched him. And then Liam Hicks is doing well. He's playing really well. He's the one that I'm like, he might make an all-star if all the other catchers get diarrhea before the game. But otherwise, there's a chance.
Emergency backup goalie over here.
Yeah, I can see it. Otto Lopez. Otto Lopez leads the MLB in batting average, .338. He's on fire. And I think he also has the OBPS as well. So, I mean, the Marlins have individual effort that's turning into really good stat lines. But the way the lineups are constructed, it's not turning into runs. Because we're getting, 2-3 people on bases, which is, Otto Lopez, Xavier Edwards, Liam Hicks. Now, coming up to bat, Esteury Ruiz.
Hey, he hit a bomb today.
He hit a bomb.
Okay. Poor name, I guess. That's my bad.
He also is really fast. So
he's really fast. He's a base stealer. He's a base stealer. That's what he's for. Like, if he can actually get on base, he's pretty solid once he gets there. But really, the more accurate name I should have used was Leo Jimenez, who really literally does nothing for, once every blue moon, he'll get a single. But yeah, it's just the way they're constructed just doesn't always work. If the Marlins win games, it's because of the pitching, not because of the batting, which is horrible considering how good some of the individual efforts from these players have been.
I just take a look at that at your lineup, and just strictly going off of batting averages. You've got the first 3 hitters above a 280 batting average. The rest 230, 248, 192, 238, 202, and 207. Oh.
That 192 was Leo, wasn't it?
I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Your
He should be out
designated
of a
hitter.
job. He needs to be out of a job really soon. He doesn't do anything.
Well, I'll ask you this. Would you take former Marlins legend of a manager, now manager of the Philadelphia Phillies, Don Mattingly, or this schmuck?
I would take literally anybody else. I'm not.
We got somebody for you. His name's Rob Thompson.
We'll take it. We'll take it. You know what? I feel like it's an upgrade. At least he can construct a lineup by hand instead of just typing it into ChatGPT or whatever. Because I mean, sometimes.
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, listen. When you are letting up a home run to known power hitter Alec Boehm,
447.
That thing was crushed. That thing was absolutely demolished. And again, like you said, I can't believe that he wasn't pulled. I cannot believe it. It was a masterclass yet again from the Phillies offense. And I may add, you were giving props to Mayer the other day. We still slacked him for 7 runs. Overall, this Phillies offense, I feel like they're a lot better than you're giving us credit for. But I don't know.
I think to speak of Boehm, we should give him some flowers. I mean, in May, he batted what? Let's see. In May, Alec Boehm batted 277. In June, he's batting 255. In March and April, he batted 118 and 157. Alec Boehm is on not really a hot streak, but a hot streak for him. That is something that I really like to see. It tells me that he could be a guy who you feel comfortable with starting on a playoff team. He's also had a power surge, 9 home runs this year. He could get to 20. That is realistic for Alec Boehm, and I think that is much more than acceptable for a guy like Boehm who has no pop. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Well, I'll hit it because since I'm certified. I'm one of the 2 certified Phil fans, of this debacle. Alec Boehm, I'm torn. I really am. He's been on a hot streak, but you look at his stats from April. He was statistically one of the worst third basemen in the entire league. Now, also, you got to consider his playoff performances. They are not great. I still think the Phillies need a bat. And I wonder if third base is that sort of is the position that you plug something in. But at the same time, I also feel like the Phillies need an outfield bat. Now I wonder, and to include the exponential in this, do you think the Marlins, seemingly needing hitting as well, do you think that they will be in the market for hitting at the trade deadline?
No, I really don't. The Marlins are not a buyer. And knowing current management, they will not be for a while. And they will, it's not like this is a new thing. The Marlins don't buy at the deadline. We are the cheapest team probably to ever exist in any sport.
I think they stole that. I think they did.
Yeah, we're so cheap. We can win games being perfectly mediocre. We're whatever. But no, I don't think they're going to be in the market for a hitter. I think they're going to be in the market to get some prospects, selling a bit. Sandy Alcantara. It's really funny. Sandy Alcantara always seems to suck right about as the trade deadline's about to come approach. He just really doesn't want to get traded because he's had some iffy performances lately, which makes me think we might want to hold on to him again because this happened last year. He was injured. Trade deadline comes. He doesn't get traded. Plays great the rest of the year. It's like, we needed you to, we want to get rid of you. We don't want you anymore. We want your value. but we don't want you. He is one of the best pitchers in Marlins franchise history, which is sad, but it's true.
Cy Young winner.
Yeah. I mean, he's got he hit 1,000 strikeouts the other day in his career, and that's I think second most in franchise history. So he's a great pitcher. He's a great player, but he is kind of at the point where it's like we kind of want what he's valued for more than who he is adding to the team now, because I'm not sure anyone in management considers the Marlins an immediate threat. Which is sad to say. Yeah, I don't think my own team is very good, but I don't think they've said that since 2021 when we had that Luis Arias kind of. I think that was 2021. I might be wrong, but it was kind of that era. That year we made the playoffs, and that was the only year that we made the playoffs recently.
I remember.
That was the only, yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed it.
I guess until Bryson Stott hit the loudest home run I've ever heard at Citizens Bank Park in attendance, then it might not have been that fun.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I had to pour on the woods.
Living in a big blue world, that ball's up in outer space. Come on.
Yeah.
Ball nowhere. That thing was crushed. I wonder if Jonah, do you think the Phillies could potentially target Sandy Alcantara? Because I know the Phillies need hitting. That is bar none. But the argument could be made that we need a back-end starter. Luzardo was great today. Andrew Painter has not been advertised. And I wonder, Sandy might be a good option to be that fifth starter. Now, I don't know what the Marlins would ask, like how much the Marlins would value him. And knowing our farm system, it's not the greatest, but if it's not a ton, maybe a Dante Nori gets it done. I don't know. What do you think?
I like Sandy Alcantara, don't get me wrong, but I think there are two concerns that are brought up in him possibly becoming a Philly. The first is that I don't think the Marlins are going to trade him in division, let alone trade him at all. I really don't think it's going to happen. If it didn't happen last year, I don't think it's going to happen this year when they're better. And especially when, I mean, last year at the start, he was killing it. This year, he's been pretty good. But I don't think he's going anywhere, and especially not to a division team. But, I mean, what do you know? They traded Luzardo to the Phillies. That's my concern number one. My concern number two, I think the Phillies have bigger needs. Right now, you look at the outfield, you have Brendan Marsh, and you have potentially sometimes Justin Crawford. And I look at the pitching rotation, and I have two guys that I'm confident in. I have Christopher Sanchez and Zach Wheeler. And then I have Jesus Luzardo, who is absolutely a playoff starter. There's no team in the MLB that has the luxury of not starting a guy like Jesus Luzardo. And then you look at Aaron Nola, who has been a playoff performer, and I think I'm comfortable with him as my fourth starter in a playoff series.
Well, the exponential. Well, I guess I'll just call you exponential. With the start that Luzardo had today, did you see this out of him when we traded for him?
I've always loved Jesus Luzardo. He was one of my favorite players on the Marlins back. He was on that playoff team. He was great. He did everything right. He was still young, but he was right up there. I mean, the Marlins had a very formidable rotation, which is what a lot of people don't realize about that team. As we look back at that Marlins team and you see players who have gone on to be better than they were on the Marlins, but who were all really good on that team, which is just a constant pattern of Marlins, but we can get into that a little later. But Luzardo, he was always really excellent. I was really sad to see him traded, and I'm really happy to see that you guys are using him and using him well. I'm glad to see he's playing well, because he really was one of my favorite starters for the Marlins back, a few years back. And he was really good, and I think he still is very good. I think he slumps a bit sometimes, but generally I think he is still about as good as you can get for a third pitcher. Yeah.
Yeah. Jonah?
Yeah, I think Jesus Luzardo, I am happy with what I've seen out of him. Obviously, I could do without some of those blow-up games every now and then, but if he's going to give you 7 innings, 2 runs allowed, and a handful of strikeouts, I'll take it. Every day of the week, I'll take it.
Well, let's move on to the rest of the Phillies matching, and you had a little bit of a lineup change. Really something I did not see coming. You had Schwarber at first base. You had Marsh leading off, and Marsh hits a home run. It's a beautiful thing. So, I mean, I don't, Jonah, do you see this lineup being a more, I don't want to say everyday thing, because I don't know if I see it being an everyday thing, but do you think that Don Mattingly will roll with this lineup more often?
I would love to see that. And Trey Turner obviously will be a part of the lineup in the future, but he wasn't today. And I think Brandon Marsh should be the leadoff hitter. I've been calling for it ever since he started off scorching hot. But I think Brandon Marsh should be the leadoff hitter for this team. And there's one huge reason for that. It's because he just puts balls in play. And when he does it, they go down for hits. Yes, he strikes out a lot, but they also had Schwarber as their leadoff hitter for over a year. So I don't think they're worried about their leadoff hitter striking out a lot. Plus, Marsh's strikeouts are down this year. I want a guy who can put the ball in play, and when he puts the ball in play, it gets down. And that is Brandon Marsh, who has been phenomenal this year, exceeded every expectation.
Yeah. What else? You had we talked about it, but you did have March Madness. I still think he absolutely deserves to be an all-star. Honestly, hot take. I feel like he deserves to be an all-star more than Bryce Harper.
I agree. Especially with how Matt Olson's been playing.
Yes. Yeah. And it's a shame because if Matt Olson, I feel like, was not the Matt Olson that he is, I feel like this race between us and the Braves would be much closer. He's been absurd. And I'm sure, the exponential can attest. He's probably killed you guys as well.
Matt Olson in the past, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, not really as much. We don't struggle with the Braves too often, I would say. But yeah, they're not our biggest rival.
Who would you consider your biggest rival?
So this is really funny because nobody considers us their biggest rival. So because really it should be the Tampa Bay Rays, but we play them twice a year, play 5 games, and it's like, oh, okay, whatever. It should be more intense than it is. I've always stood by that interstate rivalries should be way bigger. But if I had to pick a team in our division, probably the Mets. I probably hate the Mets the most. I would say in order of teams that give us trouble, we always lose to the Phillies. So you guys get us there. We lose to y'all all the time. We tend to beat the Mets. That's the one where I'm like, this is a rivalry because it's pretty 50-50. We beat the Mets a lot, and they beat us a lot. Another team we beat all the time, the Yankees. I love beating the Yankees. We beat them so often. It's actually wild how much success we have against them. It's really funny. But in the division, I think it's Mets first, definitely. Then probably y'all, honestly, it's between you guys and the Nationals. The Braves is just there's never been any heat between that rivalry, honestly. It's just always kind of like somebody's gonna win. We'll move on. See you next week. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Question. I know you guys. This isn't totally Marlins or Phillies related, but you mentioned the Rays, and the Rays just moved back to their old stadium, the Trop. I'm wondering. And this question goes to you both. The exponential, I guess, will go with you first because you are certified Florida boy. So you've potentially seen both. Which stadium do you prefer? Which stadium is better? Lone Depot Park or the Trop?
Okay, so this is really interesting because if you were to ask me this 2 years ago, the answer is Lone Depot. Easily. Lone Depot's gorgeous. Its air conditioning feels great. I love the atmosphere, which is saying so I love the atmosphere. There's nobody ever any there. It feels like you have a baseball stadium all to yourself, which I think is cool. But there's no cheering ever, but it's nice. It's a cool thing, isn't it? You just get to walk around, no crowds, get to experience the game as yourself. But recently, since they moved back to Tropicana, since the Rays spent, a year at Steinbrenner, the Rays fans used to hate Tropicana. They despise Tropicana. They would be like, this stadium is the worst stadium in the MLB, and they would not hold discussion with it. they would be like, the Ray pool's weird. We don't need Rays in our stadium. It's weird. This roof is garbage. Everything about the stadium is horrible. This year, they spent all year outside in the Florida heat. They come back. Wow, the stadium's gorgeous. Wow, this is amazing. Hey, look, the Rays are back. Like, the Rays and the pool are back. The roof
And the
looks
Rays
great.
are good this year, aren't they?
The Rays are good this year. They are. They're good this year. Everything's going right at Tropicana. Everyone's saying how it's beautifully air conditioned again. They're like, oh, it's amazing stadium. They stole the St. Louis Cardinals tarps off thing. Everybody's having a great time at Tropicana. Like, they're having an amazing time at the stadium. I've never been to it since it got, refixed. But Tropicana, it looks fun now. It didn't used to look fun. It looked like everybody was miserable for like the entire game. But now it looks like everybody's actually having fun. So I do love Lone Depot. I hold it very close to my heart. I think it's a really nice stadium. But of the two of them, I would say the better fan experience right now is at Tropicana.
Jonah, I know maybe you have experience with.
I have not been to either.
You have none.
Hopefully, I can make the trip at some point. I would love to go to a
Phillies
Phillies home game in Lone Depot Park.
Would you rather see a game there or at the Trop?
Well, I think I would probably rather go to Lone Depot Park just from what I've heard about the Trop. It's kind of a crab hole.
Yeah,
There are
it's really bad.
catwalks and
I've heard
stuff.
it's really
Like,
bad. Yeah.
Absolutely not. Get me out of there, bro.
Yeah.
And what I will say about the Rays is I don't think they're going to be that great for long. I don't think they're gonna make it happen.
It's a formula. Yeah. It's a formula that it works, but it's like I think it's gonna get figured out. And I have been saying this, and it started already. They went to the West Coast and the Angels owned them.
I love Junior Caminero, but that's not a great baseball team. It's a good baseball team, but it's not a great baseball team.
Yeah, they have nobody that can truly. They have no power hitter, which I think a lot of people have been like, oh, they're hitting home runs. I'm like, yeah, just because they're hitting home runs doesn't mean they have a power hitter.
Yeah,
like they're doing their job, like they are getting the ball out of there, but they're not actually being consistent about it. Just because everybody can hit a home run doesn't mean they always will. Which I think is kind of the problem with the Rays right now, is that they're balanced, but that's about all they have going for them. Everybody can make contact, but when you're actually facing like a really good pitcher, that's not going to matter. So I think the Rays do go down pretty quickly.
Shout out fantasy legend Yandy Diaz. That dude,
bro,
he's been balling out for my again.
And I love Junior Caminero. And I'll play devil's advocate. He's a home run hitter, man. He hit 40 bombs last year and nearly won the home run derby. He's a home run hitter.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's see what else. Let's see. We touched on. Oh yeah, Schwarber. His major league leading. He now leads he now leads Major League Baseball in home runs. And I wonder, you talk about all-stars. It's kind of tough to say no, in my opinion. If you're leading the league in home runs, I don't know. I feel like it's tough, Jonah.
You know what? I'm going to change my mind. I would say yes. Because Ohtani, he's great. He's cool. You can keep Ohtani. I'll take the guy leading the league in home runs because he can be in the game as a pitcher. And I think if Ohtani's in the game as a pitcher, that makes everybody happy.
Yeah, it's fair.
Now, the exponential. You don't have to go through all of it, but who are your must-haves in the NL All-Star Game? Must be in.
Oh man, you really tested me. Player I've really liked. I don't, I'm like very much right now. I'm kind of on Marlins, Rays, just trying to keep on my Florida teams. So I haven't really been paying too much attention, but there are some guys. Corbin Carroll has been putting up some really impressive numbers. I mean, he looks like the most complete player in the NL right now. Just personally, I just think he's putting on numbers that are like just so consistently high in every single statistic. I'm like, yeah, I mean, sure. I could see Corbin Carroll. I think he should be in there. The question is he better than all the other left fielders, which is where the question kind of starts popping a bit. And that's why I don't like all-star voting the way it is.
It's awful.
I
No,
can't.
it's
I can't
awful.
predict anything. Because if you look at it, like there are Marlins players. Otto Lopez should be there. He has the highest batting average, highest OBPS in the MLB. Not even just the NL, in the MLB. But he's like 6th in voting for his position. It's like, really? Come on, just because nobody knows his name doesn't mean he doesn't deserve to be there, which is really my problem with the current All-Star voting. Quite a bit.
Yeah, I despise the fan voting. I mean, in no world should Ronald Acuna be an all-star this year. He just hasn't been that good.
Yeah.
I will take that slander of Ronald Acuna and convert it into a shout-out for another Brave. You asked all-star must-haves. I got to go with Drake Baldwin. The dude's on fire. He's been the best catcher in the NL, and it hasn't even been particularly close.
Yeah. I really want, like, maybe it's because of ownership, but I look at Miami and, like, to me, I don't understand why they are considered such a small market team. They shouldn't be. This is Miami we're talking about. The city of parties,
You got this, man.
Dolphins. I don't know. You could probably you probably know better than I know. I know you know better than I do. But it's. I mean, that is a city that I want to go to at some point. It gives off fun vibes. The big place, big people. So you'd think that, these sports, and even the Dolphins, they act like a small market team. I don't understand any of it. The exponential.
Yeah. So if you're coming to Miami, I'll hook you up with all the best places, man. I got you. There's some good eats down there in Miami. Get you something. So get you some authentic Cuban cuisine there. I'll pick the places for you. Miami, it's a beautiful city and a beautiful culture, and they get often overlooked. They are some of the most passionate fans in every sport. And I'm willing to say this as someone who knows a lot of them and who's seen them. And I'm like, these are very passionate fans. But they, at the same time, as being the most passionate fans I've seen, like in real life, obviously, I haven't seen like Philly on game day, so I don't know. But like Miami, that we have passionate fans, but we don't have fans that show up for losing. That is not the culture that was built in Miami. Because you look at some of the most successful teams in the history of Miami sports. You have the perfect season Miami Dolphins. Don Shula, they showed up for Don Shula. They would pack out stadiums. They would raid the streets. Things would go crazy when Don Shula and the Dolphins, the 70s, 80s, 90s, those were the time to be alive for Miami sports. Then the Dolphins then Shula retired. Then, they started getting worse, and people stopped going to the Dolphins games. Okay, where should we go? Hey, this baseball team looks good. Let's go to the Marlins. Marlins win 2 World Series very early on in their existence, and people go to the Marlins games. Wow, a baseball game in a football stadium. This is our team. We're cheering for them. This is amazing.
Shout out
The
Miguel
Marlins.
Cabrera.
You got it, man. Juan Pierre. I loved Juan Pierre. There are some legends on
Phillies
on
legend.
World Series.
Phillies
Yeah.
legend Juan Pierre.
Juan Pierre, yeah. Al Leader. I mean, there's a ton of these guys on those teams. And then, the Marlins get bad. Okay, where do we look? Pat Riley's coming in. In comes Pat Riley, Miami Heat. They're winning. Pat Riley wins a ton. He won us a championship. Eric Spoelstra comes in. Eric Spoelstra says, we are winning culture. The people of Miami should not settle for anything less than winning. And I really do think it was Pat Riley who broke and fixed Miami sports culture. Because he said, we're going to win. And we're going to win so much. It's like, we're going to be the most dominant team. And they were. The Miami Heat were the most dominant team for a solid decade. I'm not even going to take anything on that. You can say the Warriors had that stretch there a little bit after them. But I think the Heat, that stretch they had LeBron, Ray Allen, Dwayne Wade, I mean, legendary teams in that time.
They won
And
a
that
chip
was-
with LeBron, too.
Yeah. And this was just, I mean, Pat Riley instilled this Heat culture, which is where what is Heat culture? And this
No
is
idea.
where
It's on the jersey.
people say, what is Heat culture? Heat culture is winning culture. Heat culture is showing up through the down and the gritty to win. The Heat fans show up to winning. Sometimes Kaseya Center will empty out when the Heat are on a losing streak. But if they win a game by 30 points, the next game it's packed. Same thing for the Dolphins. The Dolphins, you'll see nothing. That incredible 2023 season, Hard Rock Stadium would be packed to the brim with Dolphins fans. And we will see the same thing with the Miami Marlins as soon as they start getting good, which has been a bit. But back when they had that good run, it wasn't empty at Lone Depot. There was a solid crowd in there for that playoff. And I mean, there was some people in there, more than they've ever seen, because Lone Depot's notoriously empty. But, the Heat culture and just Miami sports culture is about winning, which I think is kind of where why people are like, why aren't they coming to the games? We come to the games when our team comes to the game. You get it? It's like when they come to play, we come to play. And it's kind of that idea. There's a ton of sports fans in Miami living in the streets, and they can definitely afford tickets. It's just like, why should we? We're not going to come and see our team lose. We can do that from our couches. So really, they got to give the fans. I'm putting this on the teams, and I'll never stop doing this. I'm putting it on the teams to be better than, anybody else. If they're better, the fans will come, and the fans will be the best. So that's what I'll say there. Yeah.
Yeah, I just maybe you guys are too young, but I remember Jose Fernandez. Those games, he sold out y'all stadium like every start. It was absurd. Giancarlo Stanton,
MVP,
Gregorius, it was a beautiful thing, and the fact that they got as far as a wild card series, I think. It's I cannot stand it. Here's what I can't stand. I mean, I guess fine with it because it's less competition, but the NL East, it's trash. It's trash. You talk about the Braves and the Phillies. Right now,
the Mets are also at the top of the league in payroll. They just stink.
They just stink. They just are garbage.
They're trying, though. I got to give them credit for that.
Their owner is trying. Their owner is trying to.
Their owner's wallet is trying. How about that?
Yes, there you go. The Nationals. They've been in perpetual rebuild mode for the last 10 years. Although I like their core.
I think they're getting somewhere. Yeah, I agree.
But it will they? That's the question. And the Marlins, the exponential just told us the Marlins will not be buying at the deadline. I want a competitive NL East. I do. I want to see games in September going down to the. I want the division going down to the wire in September. I want to see it. And yes, you've seen it. You've seen past years where with the Phillies and the Braves going down to the wire, and eventually because of this playoff seeding, a lot of them make the playoffs. Especially if you're a good third seed in the division, third place in the division. It drives me nuts because, you want to talk about a lockout. The Marlins are a huge reason why this is going to be a thing. I just don't get why these billionaire owners don't want to spend any money. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I'll say it once. I'll say it a million times. The salary floor is 100 times more important than the salary cap.
Yeah. Exponentially, you got any thoughts on this lockout? I know we're going a little long. No. Yeah, it's.
I know he did just say that your team was at fault, but.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. I think there is two extremes in baseball, and I think half of it originates in Los Angeles and New York, and the other half originates in Florida with the Marlins and the Rays, because we underestimate the fact that the Rays are also very cheap. Like the Marlins are at like 72 million, the Rays are like 85 million. But the reason why I don't think anything is going to get done is because of the Rays. And I'm a little frustrated about it because I do think we need change. I think we need, I don't care what it is. We can have a cap, we can have a floor, whatever. We need something that does make it more competitive because personally, I am tired of the Marlins being bad. It's been like this. I've only seen one successful season, like true successful season in my lifetime of the Marlins, where it's been like, wow, this team is really talented. And I would want to see more in the future. And the problem with that is that the Dodgers are spending $500 million more dollars than us. Just in general, they just are spending more money. And we do have notoriously cheap owners. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. I don't read their minds. But that is on them. But the Rays are doing the exact same thing as the Marlins with 10 more wins and challenging the top teams in the AL. And it's like, well, now if the Rays make the playoffs, and even if they just make the playoffs and win a series, then it's like somebody in the room is going to make an argument. Hey, the Rays are still competing. They're competing. They don't have any salary cap, whatever. They're good. They can win. And then the Dodgers win the World Series, and they're like, yeah, but the Rays were right there. But they were right there.
So close.
Yeah, and that's where I think it's going to get messed up. I think something needs to happen. I'm fully in support of a salary cap. I'm fully in support of a salary floor. I mean, you're not totally wrong, Alexander. I'll give you that. It is about the Heat quite a bit more than some of the other teams. There's passionate fans, but they hide. Which, again, is what I was talking about earlier. They hide until they start winning, which I'm frustrated about. And I'm trying to bring, some fun into it. I'm going to keep cheering on the Marlins. I'm going to keep cheering on the Dolphins. I've been a Dolphins fan for all my life. I'm not going to stop just because of a couple bad seasons. And by that, I mean the Jeff Hafley era of Miami that is coming. But,
You're talking about the seasons that haven't even come yet.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But, It happens in Miami, and it's just because of the winning culture. It really is. And the Marlins are not. The ownership, I don't actually know who it is. If I'm being totally honest, I don't know the ownership group. All I know is that they're bad. They don't spend any money. I honestly don't think they're from South Florida. I don't think they were raised on South Florida sports. Because I appreciate you, that man. I love.
I don't know who the heck that is.
That is either. Might just be this guy's.
Welcome to the Dan Le Batard show. He's great. He's got a whole show in Miami. WQZAM, I think. Well, it's a whole thing. He's very famous. He does He does everything Miami. Super passionate. And he's been like the Marlins fan, the Dolphins fan since the 80s, I think. He's been
that's sick. I love that.
Yeah. He's been there for ages. And so I'm kind of trying to be the Dan Le Batard of the next generation. I'll keep with that because I'm not giving up on these teams through the bad, through the good. I'm here all the way. And honestly, that is what we got to do. Same for you guys. I'm sure you guys have had struggle at some point in your highly successful sporting teams.
Man, it's been tough as a Jersey Shore Blue Claws fan.
I'm sure.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if I don't know if they're going to see this, but the reason that we are going to have such good sports media personalities in this next generation is because of the whole organization that I actually met you guys, Sports Broadcasting Camps. Shout out Sports Broadcasting Camps. That's I mean, you're not going to find better, well-spoken, more knowledgeable youngins than the youngins of that program. I say that as if I am Unk, which I am. But you know what? It is what it is. Don't know where I was going with that, but shout out Sports Broadcasting Camps.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah. That I think is gonna wrap it up for the show. Phillies, do they play tomorrow?
Yeah, they have us again. Yeah.
Yep, 105.
We get to lose at 105.
Well, hey, maybe you'll get to bed at a normal time.
I'm in Florida.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool beans. All right, guys. That's gonna wrap it up. Thanks to Nick Pizza for sponsoring the show. Thank you, the Exponential, for coming on. The .exponential on Instagram. Do I got that right?
Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah.
Yep. Go follow him for great Florida sports content.
I
Canes just won the cup.
It's
So-
exponential dot the.
Oh, that.
Whoops.
Yes.
I don't even know my.
one of my favorite follows. I quite appreciate the stories.
What?
Yeah. That's gonna wrap it up, guys. Thanks for watching, and let's go Phils.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! It's gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
I can't hear you.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalt, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Go like.